Have you ever noticed that when elite runners are cruising at top speed, their heels kick up incredibly high behind them, almost touching their glutes? What if I told you that this isn't just a natural byproduct of running fast, but a critical biomechanical element that makes them fast in the first place? You're about to discover the science behind heel kick height, why it matters more than you think, and the shocking truth about running posture that completely contradicts what most running coaches teach. The final insight about posture is going to flip everything you thought you knew about running form upside down. But before we unlock these elite-level secrets that could transform your running overnight, I need you to do something right now. Smash that subscribe button and hit the like button, because what you're about to learn is information that most runners will never discover. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever paid attention to where your heels go when you run? I want to know if you've noticed this before, because awareness is the first step to improvement. Welcome to a journey into the biomechanics of elite running that's going to reveal why that high heel kick isn't just for show, and why the running posture you've been taught might actually be slowing you down. Prepare to discover the relationship between heel recovery height and running efficiency, the specific muscle actions that create this movement pattern, and the revolutionary approach to running posture that elite athletes use but rarely talk about. This isn't just theory from a textbook. This is real-world biomechanics that separates Olympic runners from weekend joggers. Over the next several minutes, you're going to learn exactly why elite runners kick their heels high, what this tells us about their posterior chain strength and running mechanics, and most importantly, how you can develop better form and posture starting with your very next run. Before we dive deep, I need to know where you're watching from. Comment right now with your city or country. I absolutely love connecting with runners from all over the world right here. And if you haven't already subscribed, do it now and turn on notifications so you never miss content that could be the missing piece in your running performance. Let's break down what's really happening with elite running form. Let's start by addressing what that high heel kick actually represents biomechanically. When you watch an elite distance runner from behind, you'll see their heels come up high during the recovery phase of their stride, often reaching hip height or even higher. This is called heel recovery height, and it's not happening by accident. It's the natural result of powerful hip extension combined with rapid knee flexion. Here's what's actually going on. As the elite runner pushes off the ground with their stance leg, they're generating tremendous force through their glutes and hamstrings. This creates explosive hip extension, driving them forward. Immediately after toe-off, as that leg begins to swing forward for the next stride, the hamstring contracts powerfully to flex the knee, pulling the heel up high and tight. This high, compact recovery position serves several critical purposes. First, it shortens the lever arm of the swinging leg. Physics tells us that a shorter lever requires less energy and time to swing forward. By pulling the heel up close to the body, elite runners can cycle their legs faster, with less effort. Second, the high heel kick is an indicator of proper muscle sequencing and posterior chain dominance. The glutes and hamstrings are doing the majority of the work, which is exactly what you want. Many recreational runners are quad dominant, meaning they rely too heavily on their quadriceps and don't engage their glutes and hamstrings effectively. When you're quad dominant, you won't see much heel kick because your hamstrings aren't firing powerfully. Your stride becomes shuffle-like, with the heel barely leaving the ground during recovery. This is inefficient and slow. Third, the high heel recovery allows for optimal knee drive on the forward swing. When your heel is pulled up tight, your thigh can drive forward and upward more effectively, setting you up for a powerful landing and push-off. Everything in running is connected. The heel kick affects the knee drive, which affects the landing, which affects the push-off. Elite runners have optimized this entire kinetic chain. Before we go further, think about your own running for a second. Do you feel your hamstrings working when you run? Can you sense your heels kicking up? Or does it feel like you're mostly pushing with your quads and shuffling along? Comment below right now and describe what you feel when you run. This self-awareness is crucial for improvement. Now here's where it gets interesting and where most runners get confused. You cannot force a high heel kick. If you consciously try to kick your heels up high, you'll create tension, waste energy, and probably look ridiculous. The high heel kick is a result, not a goal. It's the natural byproduct of running with proper posture, powerful hip extension, and active hamstring engagement. So instead of trying to kick your heels up, you need to focus on the underlying mechanics that create it naturally. This brings us to the posture component, which is where everything changes. Most running coaches teach you to run tall, chest up, shoulders back. While this isn't wrong, it's incomplete and can actually lead to problematic form. Here's the truth that nobody tells you. Elite runners don't run perfectly upright. They run with a forward lean, but not from the waist. The lean comes from the ankles. Their entire body, from ankles to head, maintains a straight line that's tilted forward several degrees. This forward lean is absolutely critical, and it's the secret to proper running posture. When you lean forward from the ankles, gravity becomes your friend. You're literally falling forward, and each stride is catching that fall and propelling you forward. This creates a continuous momentum that's far more efficient than trying to push yourself forward from an upright position. Most recreational runners either lean from the waist, which compresses the torso and restricts breathing, or they lean backward, which is like trying to run uphill on flat ground. Elite runners have mastered the forward lean from the ankles. If you watch them from the side, you'll see that slight forward angle of the entire body. Their hips are directly under their shoulders. Their head is over their hips. Everything is stacked and aligned, just tilted forward. This posture does something magical for heel kick height. When you're leaning forward properly, your body naturally wants to bring the recovery leg through quickly to prevent you from falling flat on your face. This urgency creates the rapid knee flexion and high heel recovery we've been discussing. The posture enables the mechanics. Here's how you can feel this for yourself right now. Stand up. Stand perfectly upright and balanced. Now, keeping your body in a straight line, lean forward from your ankles, not from your waist. Your entire body tilts forward as one unit. Feel how you're starting to fall forward? Feel how you'd need to step forward to catch yourself? That sensation of controlled falling is what elite runners harness. They're always slightly ahead of their center of gravity, always falling forward, always catching themselves with the next stride. This creates incredible efficiency because you're working with gravity instead of against it. Now try running in place while maintaining that forward lean. Notice how your legs want to cycle faster. Notice how your heels naturally come up higher. That's the proper posture, creating proper mechanics. This is the foundation of elite running form that nobody talks about. What are you thinking right now? Is this making sense? Are you starting to see how posture and heel kick are connected? Drop a comment and let me know because I want to make sure this is clicking for you. Let's dive deeper into the muscle actions that create the high heel kick because understanding this will help you develop it. The primary muscles involved are the hamstrings and the glutes. Your hamstrings have two functions. They extend the hip during the push-off phase and they flex the knee during the recovery phase. Elite runners have incredibly strong, reactive hamstrings that can explosively perform both actions. During the push-off, the hamstrings fire together with the glutes to extend the hip and drive you forward. Immediately after toe-off, the hamstrings switch roles and rapidly flex the knee, pulling the heel up toward the glute. This transition from extension to flexion happens in milliseconds and requires tremendous coordination and strength. Most recreational runners have weak or underactive hamstrings. They rely too much on their quads to push them forward, which is less efficient and doesn't create the powerful hip extension needed for speed. Strengthening your hamstrings and glutes is essential if you want to develop elite-level running mechanics. Here are specific exercises you need to incorporate into your routine twice a week. Nordic hamstring curls are incredibly effective. These are brutal, but they build eccentric hamstring strength like nothing else. If you've never done them, start with assisted versions using a resistance band. Single-leg Romanian deadlifts target both the hamstrings and glutes while also building balance and stability. These are perfect for runners. Glute bridges and hip thrusts build powerful hip extension strength. Add weight as you get stronger. Bounding drills and A-skips teach your nervous system the rapid firing pattern needed for the heel recovery. These plyometric drills bridge the gap between strength training and actual running. Mechanics. Spend 10 to 15 minutes twice a week on these exercises. Within 4 to 6 weeks, you'll notice your running feels more powerful. Your stride will open up. Your heels will naturally start kicking higher. You're building the physical capacity to support elite biomechanics. Now let's address a common misconception. Some people think that shuffling along with minimal heel kick is more efficient because it requires less vertical motion. This is completely backward. Yes, you want to minimize excessive vertical oscillation, bouncing up and down with each stride. But the heel kick during recovery isn't vertical oscillation, it's leg recovery. When your heel stays low during recovery, your leg is extended behind you like a long pendulum. Long pendulums swing slowly. This means your leg turnover is slow, which means your cadence is low, which means you're running inefficiently. When you pull your heel up high, you create a short, compact pendulum that can swing quickly. This allows for higher cadence, faster leg turnover, and more efficient running. Elite runners typically have cadences of 170 to 180 steps per minute or higher. That rapid turnover is only possible with a compact recovery phase, which means high heel kick. Here's a drill that will help you develop this feel. Find a flat stretch of road or track. After warming up, do 4 to 6 intervals of 100 meters, focusing specifically on pulling your heels up toward your glutes during recovery. Think about activating your hamstrings to pull the heel up actively. Don't worry about speed. Just focus on the sensation of rapid knee flexion and high heel recovery. Jog easy for a minute between intervals. After the last interval, go into a regular run without thinking about your heels at all. Notice how your running feels different. Notice how your stride feels quicker and lighter. That's your neuromuscular system learning the pattern. Repeat this drill once a week for a month. You're literally reprogramming your running mechanics. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. Eventually, you won't have to think about it. Your body will default to the efficient pattern. Now think about this. Have you ever done drills specifically focused on your heel recovery? Or have you just run without thinking about mechanics? Comment below and be honest. Most runners never work on technique, and that's why they plateau. Let's get back to the posture piece because this is where the real magic happens. The forward lean from the ankles that we discussed isn't just about efficiency, it's about injury prevention. When you're leaning forward properly, your foot naturally lands underneath your center of mass. This is critical. Landing with your foot underneath you means minimal braking force. You're not reaching out in front of your body with each stride. You're landing and immediately pushing off. The motion is smooth and continuous. When you run upright or leaning backward, you inevitably overstride. Your foot lands out in front of your body, creating a braking force with every step. You're literally stopping yourself and then re-accelerating with each stride. This is massively inefficient and it creates huge impact forces that get transmitted up through your knee and hip. Overstriding is one of the leading causes of running injuries. The forward lean prevents overstriding naturally. You can't overstride when you're falling forward. Biomechanics won't allow it. Here's how to practice the proper forward lean. Find a wall. Stand facing away from it, about 2 feet away. Lean back until your shoulders touch the wall. Your body should be in a straight line from your ankles to your head. Now lean forward, maintaining that straight body line until you're standing freely. That's neutral alignment. From neutral, lean forward from your ankles, not your waist, just a few degrees, maybe 3 to 5 degrees. That's your running posture. It's subtle. If you're leaning way forward, you've gone too far. Just a slight tilt. Practice holding this position for 30 seconds. Feel how your core engages to maintain the alignment. Feel how there's a slight sense of falling forward. Now start jogging in place while maintaining this posture. The forward lean should remain constant. Your legs are cycling underneath you, but your torso angle doesn't change. This is elite running posture. Film yourself from the side if possible. Watch the video. Are you maintaining that forward lean? Is your body in a straight line from ankles to head? Visual feedback accelerates learning. Let me share something that might surprise you. Elite sprinters and elite distance runners both have high heel kicks, but for slightly different reasons and with different mechanics. Sprinters pull their heels up extremely high, almost to their glutes, because they're maximizing leg turnover for short bursts of maximum speed. Their heel recovery is very active and aggressive. Distance runners also have high heel kicks, but theirs tend to be slightly less extreme and more reflexive. It's the natural result of powerful hip extension rather than a conscious pull. Both are correct for their respective events. For most runners watching this video, you're somewhere in the middle. You want some of that active heel recovery, but you don't want to force it so much that you create tension. The key is developing the strength and mechanics that allow it to happen naturally. Focus on the forward lean. Focus on powerful push-offs using your glutes and hamstrings. Focus on quick leg turnover. The heel kick will follow. Now let's talk about what happens when you get this right. When you're running with proper forward lean, powerful hip extension, and high heel recovery, everything feels different. Running feels lighter. You feel like you're gliding rather than pounding. Your breathing is easier because your torso isn't compressed. Your legs feel quicker and more responsive. You're covering more ground with less effort. This is running economy at its finest. You're doing more with less. Elite runners have spent years refining these mechanics. Every training run is an opportunity to practice perfect form. They're not just logging miles, they're logging perfect miles. You need to adopt the same mindset. Every run is form practice. Pay attention to your posture. Pay attention to your push-off. Pay attention to what your legs are doing during recovery. This conscious practice eventually becomes unconscious. Competence. Your body defaults to efficient mechanics without you having to think about it. Here's a simple checklist you can run through during your runs. Every 5 minutes, do a quick form check. Head level, looking forward, not down. Shoulders back and down, not hunched. Core engaged, maintaining that straight body line. Forward lean from ankles, not waist. Arms swinging forward and back, not across the body. Pushing off powerfully with each stride, feeling glutes and hamstrings engage. Heels recovering high and compact, landing underneath your center of mass. This whole check takes 5 seconds. But doing it repeatedly throughout your run keeps you honest and reinforces good habits. Elite runners do this intuitively. You can develop the same intuition through deliberate practice. What are you feeling right now? Are you motivated to work on your form? Or does this feel overwhelming? Drop a comment and let me know where your head is at. Remember, you don't have to fix everything at once. Pick one element and focus on it for a week, then add another. Progress compounds. Let's address one more critical point. Footwear affects your ability to achieve proper mechanics. If you're running in shoes that are overly cushioned with a high heel-to-toe drop, they're likely promoting heel striking and upright posture. You're fighting against the shoe to achieve the forward lean and mid-foot landing we've discussed. I'm not saying you need to run barefoot or in minimalist shoes, though some runners benefit from that transition. I'm saying you should be aware that your shoes influence your mechanics. Many elite runners train in lightweight racing flats or shoes with minimal heel-to-toe drop because these allow for more natural foot mechanics and better ground feel. If you're serious about improving your form, consider experimenting with shoes that have a lower drop and less cushioning. Make the transition gradually to avoid injury, but this simple change can make the forward lean and efficient mechanics easier to achieve. Alright, here's where we bring everything together into a practical action plan. If you want to develop the high heel kick and perfect running posture that elite runners have, here's exactly what you need to do. Step 1. Strengthen your posterior chain. Hamstrings and glutes twice a week. Nordic curls, Romanian deadlifts, hip thrusts, glute bridges. Build the foundation. Step 2. Practice the forward lean. Start with the wall drill I described. Then incorporate it into your easy runs. Make it automatic. Step 3. Do heel recovery drills once a week. Those 100-meter intervals focusing on pulling your heels up. Teach your nervous system the pattern. Step 4. Increase your cadence to 170 to 180 steps per minute. Use a metronome app if needed. Higher cadence forces more compact recovery. Step 5. Film yourself running from behind and from the side. Watch the footage honestly. Are your heels coming up? Is your posture right? Adjust based on what you see. Step 6. Do regular form checks during every run. The 5-minute checklist I gave you. Stay conscious until it becomes unconscious. Follow this plan for 8 to 12 weeks. I promise you, your running will transform. You'll feel lighter, faster, and more efficient. Your injury risk will decrease. Your race times will improve. And when someone watches you run, they'll see that high heel kick and proper posture that marks you as someone who knows what they're doing. This isn't magic. This is biomechanics. This is taking the elements that elite runners have mastered and applying them systematically to your own running. The beautiful part is, these principles work at any speed. A 12-minute miler can have beautiful form with high heel recovery. A 6-minute miler can have the same. Form quality isn't about speed, it's about mechanics. Get the mechanics right, and the speed follows naturally. Elite runners understand this deeply. That's why they obsess over form and technique. They know that efficiency is the foundation of performance. One final thought before we wrap up. Running is a skill. It's not just about fitness or toughness. It's a skill that requires practice, refinement, and attention to detail. Most people treat running as if you just go out and do it. no technique required. This is why most runners plateau. They're fit enough to run faster, but they lack the technical efficiency to do so. If you start viewing running as a skill to be mastered, everything changes. You become curious about your mechanics. You seek out information like this video. You practice deliberately. You make incremental improvements over time. This mindset shift is what separates lifelong runners who continue improving from those who stagnate or get injured. Embrace the journey of technical mastery. Study elite runners. Analyze what they're doing. Try to replicate it in your own running. Film yourself. Get feedback. Make adjustments. This is how you become a truly skilled runner, not just a fit person who runs. Here's what I need from you before you go. First, leave a comment telling me what your biggest takeaway from this video was. Was it the forward lean? The heel kick mechanics? The posterior chain strength? I genuinely want to know what resonated most. Second, if this video opened your eyes to aspects of running form you'd never considered, smash that like button so more runners can discover this information. Third, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications because I'm constantly creating deep dive content like this that will make you a better, more knowledgeable runner. And finally, I've got another video ready for you that breaks down the exact warm-up routine elite runners use before every workout to activate the right muscles and prepare for optimal performance. Click the video on your screen right now and keep this learning momentum going. Elite runners kick their heels high because they've mastered the mechanics and posture that create efficient, powerful running. Now you know the secrets. The only question is, will you put in the work to develop them yourself? I believe you will. Now get out there and run with purpose. I'll see you on the roads.